Hi guys, it's James here from Optics Warehouse, and today what we thought we'd do is we'd just show you a quick fire on the leading scope in the Wulf range, and that is the Wulf Defender. Now the Defender comes in two different types of magnifications. This one here is the 4.8 to 26 by 56mm first focal plane variant. What we're going to do is I'm just going to show you what's inside the box, just a little bit about the scope, and obviously what it entails. And then what we will do in another video is show you how the scope works in an outdoors environment, obviously on top of the rifle, showing you the turrets, etc., and what you get for what is an incredibly affordable piece of kit. So, as you can see, first thing, nice big box, and you think, well, James, why is it such a big box for one scope? Well, let's have a look inside and see what's inside. Open it up, and there you have it. So, as you can see, obviously you've got your, everything's packaged in a nice sort of foam inlay there. You've got your manual, which I'll come on to in a second. You've got your accessory mount, sunshade, torch, actual scope itself, and a bubble level. So what I'll do is I'll just get each bit out and I'll just show you exactly what that includes. So, 34mm accessory mount, obviously because it's a 34mm tube, so obviously if you do want to use this with some night vision or something like that, you can, of course, and then this is just to put a torch on top, or if you want to put a laser rangefinder. Then got your standard fit sunshade to it, and then of course your battery for your illumination. Oh, and then there's of course your little Allen key as well to go into the turret. Again, go into that in a second. Nice little Wulf patch, obviously if you want to stick that on a bit of your clothing. Little torch, a little just standard little torch, that one. And then of course you've got a 34mm bubble level which comes as well. It's obviously quite handy, especially if you're looking to set it up for a long range setup. And then we get on to the main event, and that is of course the scope itself. As I've already said, it is a 34mm tube on this one, 56mm objective, 4.8 to 26 times magnification. This is the top of the Wulf range. So working from the back, obviously you've got a nice flip up cover, spring loaded on the back as you do on the front. Again, I'll come onto the front in more detail in a minute. I say it's quite nice little clicking and nice confirmation. Obviously you've got it on each side. Knurling on the ocular focus, that obviously makes it nice and easy to find and easy to grip onto. And then of course you've got the magnification ring on the front here. Now, if you want to, there is a throw lever built into it. Of course, makes life nice and easy. Let's say if you're you've got it set up on the rifle and you just use your finger just like so, just to finely adjust it, of course, because the reticle does move being first focal. If you don't want a throw lever, you can very easily just unscrew that one there. Let's say that just goes off to the side, and then you've got more of a conventional sort of zoom reel. But I say what we'll do is just stick that one back on there for now. As you can see, nice and easy to adjust. First part of the 34mm tube, obviously got a nice bit of room there to put various different mounts on. With a 34mm, of course, you probably want some nice tactical mounts, obviously, so 6 screw either side. You've still got a plenty amount of room there to decide on which mount you want. We'll look on the left hand side first. Obviously you've got the parallax adjustment or side focus. That goes down to 10 meters right up to infinity, so a really good range of focus there. So of course if you want to use it for close range shooting as well as long range, long distance shooting, then of course this is suited for a variety of different things. Battery cover on the end, I won't take that one off, and then of course you've got your illumination, which is 1 to 6. And what I quite like about this is in between each illumination variant you have got a sort of 0 in between. So let's say you've got it on 6, you can then turn it off, or if you've got it on 4 you can then turn it off automatically, whichever way you want to do. All of this setup though is really nice and nailed. You know exactly what's going on. You're not gonna mess up exactly so much. So it's nice and tactile in that respect. Windage turret, as I say, it's a nice clicking, nice tactile clicks on it. Quite easy to identify exactly what's going on, and you can quite clearly how many clicks you are moving along. So, moving on to the top turret, it has what's called a 0 turn limiter on it. So if you currently look at 0 at the moment, so I can't move that down any further. And then what I'll do is I'll go into that and explain that. And what you can do is if you just zoom it all, tag it all the way up, it goes up to 9.7 mRad. But I will say I'll go into that just now to show you exactly what is going on there. So just move that one out of the way. And what I'll do is I'm going to grab an Allen key, of course, same one that you get in the box. And there are 3 grub screws, 1, 2, and 3 on the top. So let's say you've set your 0, you've zeroed your rifle scope, and what you want to do is you want to then loosen all these 3 grub screws here. So I'm just going to loosen them briefly here. There you go. That's all quite nice and loose already. I say that just slots off the top there. As you can see, obviously there's the internal of the turret system. Now, if we look underneath, as you can see on here, where it says 0, you've then got the actual groove stops on 0. So that's your 0 turn limiter reaching its absolute limit. So you've set your 0, you then lift off the turret, as I have just done then, and then obviously you put that one down and away you go. So it's exactly the same as a zero stop system, but what it allows you is just called a 0 turn limiter in Wulf's case. And as I said before, that then gives you 9.7 MRAD of adjustment, which as you can see then goes to the end there at 9.7, giving you that maximum amount of elevation adjustment. If you don't want a 0 turn limiter or 0 stop, it's very, very easy to remove. If you can quite see there is a very small pin there on the end of the system. Now, if you use a pair of plastic pliers, you simply remove that pin out, and then this will act as a free rotating turret. So you don't have to have 0 stop if you don't want, but what that does is it just obviously allows you to go in there if you did want 0 stop. Personally, I prefer 0 stop, especially on a scope like this, because then it allows me to then make sure however many clicks I've gone up, I think, oh bugger, how many clicks have I actually gone up to go back to 0? All you do, simply twist it right back to 0 and away you go. Very simple to reinstall. As I took it off, so obviously line it up with the 0 there. That simply just clicks down, slides down onto there. There you go. So just make sure that 0's nice and resistant against there. And all you do is you tighten up your 3 grub screws. So there, I won't tighten them up too much, but as I say, just tighten them up, making sure that's staying on 0. And then that'll be nice and locked. So as I say, there you go. And then you still got your nice tactile. As I say, you could go however many clicks you want. Say, oh yeah, I've done that, and that. Okay, fine, where's my 0? Just twist it all the way back, and there you go, back on 0. As easy as that. Again, 34mm tube, moving on to the front, plenty of room for your 6-screw mounts if that's what you need. Nice graduated belt onto the objective, which of course is a 56mm objective, allowing you quite a lot of light into the system. The click values, I must add, are 0.1 MRAD. It is a mil-rad reticle inside, so obviously they tie up quite well. And one thing I will say about the Defender, obviously being great value for money as it is the manual. Now, I don't usually talk about manuals when it comes to actually scopes and whatnot, but this particular one, it actually demonstrates a lot about what certain features, so you've heard me talk about parallax, side focus, magnification, ocular adjustment, all that sort of stuff. All that is explained in this book here. So let's say this is your first long range or maybe even short range or first scope altogether, considering the price that it is. Everything you need to know about day scopes is explained quite well in this small manual here. So it's just a little added bonus, just something I thought I would mention. So, as I say, what we're going to do is we're going to get this out in the field, show you the 0 turn limiter working, obviously show you the 0 stop, how it all works and stuff, and just show you how the glass clarity on this Defender, just to see what you get for an actually quite an affordable price. Hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you've learned a bit about this scope. I mean, I certainly have, obviously doing a little bit of in and out on it, obviously just learning about, because obviously, as most of you, if you watch our YouTube channel, you know that I do night vision and thermal stuff, so day scopes don't generally tend to be my forte, but obviously learning about this scope has obviously open up a bit more to myself. As always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment below. Do feel free to get in contact with us if needs be. We're always there to answer your questions. But I've been James, and this has been another video by Optics Warehouse.